Being the fastest quarterback you've never seen. I'll be right back. There's no quicker way to get into DFS. Play Super Draft today and see for yourself.
We're behind. They're all fired up. What we got to do? First place, our defense has got to go out there and take the ball. Then when we get the ball, we got to have 11 people that's going to do their job and try to score every time you get the football. If we do that, we'll be all right. That will be all right.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Special Team Podcast with your boy Nick Saban Jr. And before we get started, I want all y'all to hit the like button. Please hit the like button. And today I'm on by myself. You know, somebody might pop in. I don't know, but they said their schedule is tight, so that's right. I'm by myself. And today we are gonna do Bama versus Ole Miss breakdown. Give my thoughts on it. But before the game, before we do all that, I want to go over the roster. I want y'all to help me with it in the chat. We're gonna go over the roster. We're gonna talk about the all the positions on the field and some of the players that we want to see get more playing time from this point out on in the season. Change nothing around because as a Bama fan, I don't want them to give up on the season. I still want them to finish strong and create value in the future, and for the ones who are going to the draft and for the ones who are returning. So I'm just going to be talking about the people who I would like to see get more playing time, because I think that's one of the problems that we're having. We're not rotating. We're not rotating enough players. See, I'll keep that thought because I'm going to go over each the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight ends. I'm going on over all that. So before we get started, I want to show some love to the chat. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me this morning. Roll Tide, everyone. What's going on, brother? Spencer. Roll Tide, Saban Jr. What's up? Roll Tide, Roll Tide. My man, Wolfman in the chat. What's good? Good morning, man. Good morning. I should have sent you the link. Roll Tide, Roll Tide. Stephen Hicks. What's going on? What's going on? Uh-oh. I thought I clicked it. Stephen Hicks, what's going on? Hey, but appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all click that like button. 6-0, what's going on? King Bryant, what's going on? Glad to have you in here. Dog's looking real tough right now. Real talk. Erica Christian, good morning us today. But so first we're gonna get to this roster and we're gonna start quarterbacks. We got Bryce Young, Jalen Miro, and Ty Simpson. Of course, we all know Bryce Young is our starting quarterback. Going to be our starting quarterback. But what quarterback feel to be our starting quarterback next season? And what quarterback do y'all want to see get reps right now out of Ty Simpson? Me personally, I can go either way with this. I throw Ty Simpson because I like both of them play a big part of they can play a big part in Alabama's future. Jalen Miro, he's somebody that can run the ball real heavy, run strong. He needs to polish his passing some. He just needs to polish up his passing. Now Ty Simpson, he's someone that I think that can pass the ball very well, and he's good on the rollout. He's a mobile quarterback too. So that can be very dangerous. Somebody that's good with the passing rollout. And I'm gonna give you my thought on the quarterback position. I know a lot of quarterbacks don't play up under the center, but I kind of wish it would start running some plays out up under the center more, because when you get up under the center, and the play action, and you can come out of the play action into a bootleg. And when you bootleg, it can be a run or a pass. It keeps the defense on the toes, especially if you have a quarterback that can run. The quarterback is going to be very cautious. Have to be very cautious about coming up and making the play, because they come up out of their position to try to come attack the quarterback. If he's rolling out, they can drop for a pass. So I would like to see more of the quarterbacks play up under the center more. I know a little bit anymore, but that is something that this is old school football. I've been watching it, and I feel like they can help us a lot. We're not posing a threat anyway in our play action at all, because we don't run the ball enough to pose a threat. So my thoughts on the quarterback position. I think we should go with I want to see Jalen Miro get more snaps and work Ty Simpson in. So all three of them, I want to see them get a couple more snaps. But like I said, Bryce Young is our starter. He's our starter, and we're gonna stick with him. I have questions. I wonder, is he all the way healthy though? Because against LSU, it was some passes in the middle that he didn't connect with him. It's like he was thrown in the dirt. I don't know if it was shoulder. I don't know if it's his height. He couldn't see over the line to get the throw off good, but I don't know what it was. But I have Mark, is he 100% healthy? And let's see the comment. Okay, Bryce is playing. He is a boy. And Steve, I feel we're asking too much from our quarterback now. Bryce has to do too much, and our quarterback should not do all that. So he is a warrior, but I want to see somebody help him out a lot. And so my choice is the new era doesn't have that dog in them like the old. And King Brian, that is my the reason why I'm concerned about teams. They don't have that dog mentality like the other players in the past, because in the games and moving forward, I was worried about it, because those players, that dog mentality, they had the dog mentality. So I trusted that enough for us to get. You don't see that person stepping up big time to fighting offense or the defense, and so that is my big gripe. They don't have that dog on the defense. Jalen is explosive. I agree. 6-0. I think Bryce is 100%. You know, that's the question I have too. That's the question I do have. Oh, Marco Brooks, what's going on, brother? Glad to have you here. What's good? What's good? What's up, everybody? Ray? Let's get it. Nick Saban, what's up? Ray Wills, what's up? So my next position I want to go to the running backs. We have Jahmyr Gibbs. He's a junior. Justin McClellan, he's a junior. Wardell Williams is a junior. Trey Sanders, they got him listed as a red shirt freshman. That's why they got him as a junior. Marion Miller. And we have also Emmanuel Henderson. I'm confused with Emmanuel Henderson because they actually have him working out at running back too. I mean, at wide receiver too. So I wonder what are real plans with Emmanuel Henderson. Bama playing for pride. That's all we have now. Let's man up and finish strong. I agree, Stephen Hicks. I want to man up and finish strong. We're playing for pride now. We're playing for pride. So the running backs. Defense coordinator before deciding if the dog mentality. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that, DeMarco. But for the running backs, Gibbs, he's gonna be that guy. Like, that's probably lights out the best player that we athlete that we have on the offensive side besides Bryce. I mean Bryce. Jason McClellan. Before Jason McClellan injury, we seen what all he can do. But I think Bill O'Brien does not use his running backs because he easily could be running back one. And I'm saying that even over Jahmyr Gibbs, he easily could be over because what Jason McClellan was doing before he got hurt last season, he was something else. Wardell Williams, he's not the biggest running back that we ever had. We know in the past that we had those big bulky running backs. But I think if we can get Wardell Williams going, I think he can be that power we need. Trey Sanders. I don't know what's going on with Trey Sanders. I don't know what's going on with him. Like, but at this point in the season, I'm like, it can't hurt. It can't hurt because coming out of high school, he was highly recruited. He was like number one back. It was like number one back coming out of high school. I remember him coming. He said as a true freshman, but you know those injuries. He had an injury. Here he had a good game against Mississippi State. After that game, came out with an injury, so injuries really set him back. But I remember Trey Sanders being able to. This was one of his big things. Was able to catch the ball out of the field. That was a big thing for ball out of the backfield and running. So at this point, I'll just try him. Jamarion Miller. I've been Marco Brooks speaking on it right now. That is a kid. We need to get him in because you know during the era of the it's a lot of teams that need a running back, and what we have seen him do on cleanup time for our team, he's been doing it against other teams' first stringers. Even though it's time for him, it's against other teams' first stringers. So I need this kid get first team reps. Like, we got to see what he got, man. We got to see it because we already, you know, Ole Miss has a 1,000 yard as a true freshman right now. Jaquan Deckins, whatever his name is, that man came from the state of Alabama. Now Nick Saban is sitting back, saying that I should have got him. But my thing is, if you had got him, have used him because we have Jamarion sitting on the bench. Jamarion Miller and Justice Haynes in that order alone makes a top-ranked running back room. Heck yeah. I agree with that, DeMarco. That is so true. Because Justin Haynes come in, if Georgia don't flip him, I think Justin Haynes is strong on his commit, though. But, you know, in this day and age, we don't know. We don't know how long until they sign on the dotted line. We don't know. So, but on that one, man, that is a top running back room right there itself. But Jamarian Miller got to get on the field. And I'm gonna say this, like I said, Emmanuel Henderson, he was highly recruited coming out of high school as a running back too. But hey, fam, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that. Thank you, Wolf, man. Thank you. But Emmanuel Henderson, I don't know what our plans are for him, honestly. Because like I said, in the beginning of the season, he was working out at wide receiver. And I think we have made it see him early in the season, like clean up duty, but we haven't seen Emmanuel Henderson at all. And Jameer Miller are both freshmen. And I don't want those two guys to get away from us, man. I really do not want those two guys to get away from us. And especially Emmanuel Henderson without seeing what he has, because I believe he's really good. Cause I know he's really good in our high school. Miller, first team reps, facts. I know, like, I don't see why he isn't getting first team reps. And go back to Bill O'Brien. In order to have a run game, you got to feed the backs. You got to feed them dudes, man. That's the only way you can have a good run game. Like, every player is not going to pop off for positive yardage, 3, 4 yards like you want them. Sometimes one. Sometimes it might not be nothing, but you can't be afraid to run the ball. You got to go for it because that builds the confidence in a running back. And when you run the ball, that shows you that you trust your offensive line. And as an ex-offensive lineman, run block. And if you letting your team run the ball, that feels like you putting trust in us. And as an offensive lineman, confidence don't want to push up the field. So therefore, we got to run the ball. And my next position is the wide receiver position. Everybody like and subscribe for these guys. Great room. Thank you, sir. Thank you, DeMarco. Man, I love you too, DeMarco. You be on KB channel, you on this channel. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Jan, showing the love, bro. Appreciate you. But our wide receiver rooms, like I said, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying change it. I'm not saying I'm just saying these are players I would like to see get more playing time. Some of these players in my mind, I'm like, yeah, they can go about the business. But we have a JoJo Earl. He's a sophomore. Tyler Harrell, I think he's a red shirt senior. I'm not sure what he is really. Thayou Jones-Bell. Thayou Jones-Bell was somebody I was really high on when he came out. I don't know what's going on with that kid, but Thayou Jones-Bell is a junior. Kendrick Law. Somebody with excellent talent. Put time on the field for good. But yes, Kendrick Law, somebody with he's very talented. He's only a freshman. Christian Leary. Now in his class, I want to say that was probably one of my favorite recruits. And I just knew that he was gonna come to Alabama and go crazy. For some reason, he's not getting on the field. Let's say the first game he got out there, I feel like touchdown pass, but Jalen Miro underthrew the kid. He underthrew him, so it ended up being an interception. But I feel like if Jalen Miro would have put out there for Christian Leary, would have easily had a touchdown pass, but it was an underthrown pass. Then Kobe Prentice. We always seeing what Kobe Prentice is doing this year. Matter of fact, all these young guys, Shaz Preston, but we got Corey Brooks. Now, coming into the season, I thought Corey Brooks would have been easily our wide receiver one. Now, I'm going to say he's like the most consistent receiver out there, but he's not doing wide receiver one things. So I like to see him step up and prove that he can be wide receiver one from this point out, because Ja'Cory Brooks came from IMG Academy. He was somebody that I was really big on. Honestly, I thought as a true freshman he was gonna steal the show, but as a true freshman, he did have moments against Auburn. He stayed us against Auburn, made they catch the goal in overtime against Auburn, and I think he had made one against Cincinnati too, a big catch against Cincinnati to put the dagger in Cincinnati to go into the national championship. But I still feel like Ja'Cory Brooks can be wide receiver one and Jermaine. Y'all want my honest opinion about Jermaine Burton, man? My honest opinion about Jermaine Burton. He has kind of let me down. I thought he was going to be better, and I was high on Jermaine Burton because I remember when Jermaine Burton, I want to say he was a freshman, the year we Bennett started against Alabama, against Georgia. It was 2020. It was that 2020 national championship season. He was somebody on Georgia wide receiver crew that I actually need. Jermaine Burton. He made some good catches that game, and I just knew that I'm gonna be that guy, but he dropped off really bad. And it carried on over to Alabama. I thought he was gonna be able to, refreshing his career at Alabama, but it's not been on players too that, he can probably go to the draft or whatever, do what he got to do, man. I hope well for the kid. I hope the best for him, but he one of them players that, I wouldn't mind if he, go. They're just real, man. I gotta keep it real. Let's see what this comment say right here. Wide receivers need to go get the ball instead of waiting. Yes, especially when you see Bryce doesn't have time, they got to start coming to the ball to help Bryce out. Because, like I said, against Mississippi State, he had a play where 10 seconds. And good for the offline that was able to hold off that long, but if it takes 10 seconds to get something ain't right. It should never take 10 seconds to get the ball off, man. It should never take 10 seconds off. Never. 4 seconds, 5 seconds to max. 4 good day, 5 seconds to max. But out of the wide receivers, I want to see Tyler Harrell get on the field. I don't know what's going on with him. He got in at the end of the Mississippi State game. So I want to see him get in the game. Ja'Cory Brooks was consistent these past games. Man, namely Arkansas win. 2 catches at least 2 times. Yeah, the catch at least 2 times. He really disappointed me. Saw a little Smitty from I thought the same thing, bro. I thought he can be like our Devontae Smith, especially coming in. I thought he could have been our Devontae Smith, but players I want to see play more. Tyler Harrell, I want to see him play more. I don't know what happened with him. He got in the Mississippi State game and clamp duty. He didn't get in nothing against LSU. At least I didn't see him. Christian Leary. Got to see this kid get in the game. And Thayou Jones-Bell. I just want to see what he can do. I want to see, we'll never know. I want to see what he can do. So, I'm finna take it over. Bottom line, poor coaching staff, not developing talent and discipline, and results are poor performance explained. Hall and Business last season. I agree. Last season for the season. Yep, that's true. See, so you right, bro. You right. So tight ends room. But we only been seeing one tight end, and that's Cameron Latou. We have Elijah Brown, a freshman. He a big guy. He came out. He was one of the first people to sign with that class. Honestly, one of the people to sign from that class. We have Miles Ketserman, a transfer from, I want to say, Hutchinson College. I want to see him more in the run game. I think he can be a good pass blocking tight end. Cameron, I want to see him step up more. Like those fumbles, that is unacceptable. Danny Hey, somebody that, you never know. Let's say him bad too. Let's see him get on the field because he a big guy too. Everyone out the group. Amari Knee Black. I really need to see. He had that one touchdown pass against what row I think. We haven't seen him since then. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why haven't we seen him? And Robbie Oops. I know Spencer, he always says something about the jumbo. Somebody we can use in the jumbo package. I want to get back to running the ball out of our formation. If we can run that brings us an extra blocker. Robbie Oots is that person that because he been playing fullback before. He can play full. He's a big guy that can block. He's a guy that can block, and I like to see, like, honestly, that's like I say, we need to get back to him. But the main ones I want to see start playing more, Marvin Knee Black. Miles Katz run on the run offensive side because I feel like he can run and he has decent hands. I remember out of Hutchinson looking at his highlights, he actually has decent hands too. And Robbie Oots, far as like I said, put him in the backfield, using him as an extra blocker. And Danny Lewis Jr. Those are the tight ends I really want to see play more. Marvin Knee Black, Kelserman, Robert Knee Black, yep, all those dudes. Because those dudes gonna be used in various ways, man. The quarterback needs help, just like the D needs help. The dog does. The wide receiver, the dog so does the wide receiver. I don't see a single ride out on the field, just wide receivers. That is so true. Ride outs. I remember we used to call them boys ride outs, and like you said, ain't nobody on the field is a rider right now. They're just wide receivers. Just wide receiver. What you saying? What there? Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brown is one of he's a freshman. He good too, bro. Like I said, he was one of the first person to sign with it. I watched this game, and just that people hoping for the playoffs need to until the two. I ain't even think about playoffs. I don't even want to go to playoffs because we're not teams in the playoffs. So playoffs are not even on my mind, man. So another a critical position, the offensive line. We got the Brockemeyer, James Brockemeyer, and Tommy Brockemeyer. Two kids that were highly recruited coming out of high school. Texas, what are they called? Texas legacies. Got them away from Texas. The rest have not seen anything from them guys. We have not seen anything. We haven't even heard from them. We got Cohen. He a junior. I like him. Keep him at his position. Darian Dalcourt, I'm over him. He all right, but I'm over him. And Mel Igior, I'm over him too. I'm gonna be real with you. Terrence Ferguson, he came out as a guard. I remember he came out as a guard. He's a I want to say a freshman, whatever. He's somebody that, hey, let's see what he got. Damian George Jr. The kid I was having a kid at one point, but he one of them kids that, hey, I'm over him. J.C. Latham. I like him. He stays where he at. He's doing good things. Elijah Pritchett. Now, Elijah Pritchett is a freshman. Coming into this, he was dealing with I want to say a tech area. A torn pec or something like that. But he's a big dude. I want to say he like 6'8", 300 plus pounds. Out of that, I want to see he gets healthy. That'll probably be next season. I really want to see him make splash. I think he can make a splash because he's a big dude that take up space, and he went to a local high school where I'm from in Columbus. And he went to Columbus and he made moves. He made big moves or whatever. He moves at Carver High School, and he's a big dude. They can push people around. Kendall Randolph, I'm over him. Like the dude, but I'm over him. Jaden, he came in. He a big recruit, but he was one of them dudes that I want to see what he do. First thing, he has seen last year. Let's see what he got. Let me look at some of these comments. Anyone heard of the college football nerds? They have a great video, especially from the LSU game and the strange defense. Hey, DeMarco, you know what? I actually seen that video, bro. He said, channel. Oh no disrespect. Because I actually seen that, DeMarco. I actually seen that video, and they broke down and made some good points, and they pointed out some stuff that makes you like. It's stuff that I seen already, but when you put it on that platform and show it like that, it makes you wonder like what the heck is going on with Alabama defense, bro? Because that is not Alabama defense. You got two down line, like that's crazy. Yes, I seen that, bro. Let's see if the defense can actually tackle someone today. I know, right? Because I'm getting so tired of goddamn on Henry toe missing tackles, going in the hole, closing his eyes, trying to make tackles or whatever. Like that is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Not this channel, not listening at all, bro. But yes, I seen that. And so some of the offensive line that I want to see move, the Brockamar twins. I don't know what's going on with them, but at this point, let's see what they got. And honestly, with the offensive lineman, I'm talking this on this side. I'm talking about players that we want to see get time for. If they don't transfer what they got next season, you know what I'm saying? Next season, Ferguson is one of them. Elijah Pridgett and Jaden Roberts. Those are some of the guys on the offensive line that I would like to see. I know I'm talking about this season too, but offensive line, we gotta stick what we got on the offensive line because I think our problem with the offensive line too. We're here, but we can't keep rotating players out, man. We gotta find somebody to jail, and I think that's part of the problem. LOL, y'all have to make tackles. Stop hugging. Facts. Need to put that shoulder down and run through somebody. Exactly. Back before Wolf, man. You know how that position go, man. That's probably one of the best linebackers I seen, bro. I'm playing with for real. But we was in that sucky culture that we had in high school. He didn't know how to utilize players. Through football, I seen you play the best linebacker position ever. Then we get a coach, gonna even say his name. I ain't gonna give him the publicity. We get to that coach, and goddamn, he don't know how to use nobody. We had players on that team that should have easily went that Alabama, Mississippi State easily went to a D1. He went to Alabama State, but he easily playing for a Power 5 school. We had a couple of players that should have easily been Power 5 schools, man. Hold on, I'm going back to that. But yeah, that's what I want to see on the offensive line. Now, this D line. Yep, 146. What in the world was that? Like for real, bro. 146 sound right. That don't even sound right for a defensive play. 146. But yeah, that was pointing it out. College football nerds. I did see that, man. I did see. So D line, we got a lot of D line. We got a lot of D linemen, and going through this roster, I didn't write everybody's name down because you can basically tell the people that are walk-ons. And I didn't write those names down. I write the players that come contribute. Quinn Barnes Jr. He's somebody that was a big deal coming out of high school last year. Jamil Burrows I want to see Jamil Burrows, because Jamil Burrows in our spring game, he lit it up. He lit it up during the spring game, man. He lit it up during the spring game. And I just knew this year he was gonna come in and make a big splash, but I don't think he getting playing time, but he's not getting the playing time to actually be explosive and make the plays we want to see. DJ Dale over him, but he's gonna finish out the season. I want to see him finish out the season. Is another person that I want to see come up and make get playing time. Isaiah Hastings, I ain't gonna lie, it's the lineup. Isaiah Hastings, third. He first, both of them freshmen. Jamarian Latham, that's somebody I really want to see get after the quarterback. Jaheim Otis, we've been seeing him play. He playing real good as a true freshman. He gonna only get better. Damon Payne Jr. was somebody I loved coming out. I loved him when he came out. Man. Want to see him play. Curtis Perry, gotta see him get on the field some. Hey, that's what I'm saying. We gotta rotate these guys. We all know what Tim Smith can do, whatever. But all these players, man, we need to get back to when we used to rotate, man. We used to be big on rotating. I don't know what happened to that. How did we fall off of rotating players and getting these players some snaps? So therefore, we in a critical moment that somebody get injured, we can keep it moving. Just like, I got to go back to Georgia. Even with Georgia, Nolan Smith went out. They brought that other dude in. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name right now, but they brought him in. He didn't miss a beat. He ended up getting hurt last game. Then they brought somebody else in. He didn't miss a beat. So that comes from giving your players good snaps, giving them good snaps, So we got to get back to rotating, man. Kurt Smart over there rotating players. He got good coaching over there. He coaching them boys every second of the game he can. If he sees something that needs to be coached, he coaching them. So we got to get back to that, man. We got to get back to it. In the chat, hey, I need everybody to hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Please do. We got linebackers. Our linebackers are so crazy. Now, some of these dudes, they are listed as linebackers, but some of these dudes coming off the edge. My number one player that I want to see get some playing time, he an edge rusher, Jeremiah Alexander. If you're an Alabama fan and you keep up with Alabama recruiting, we know who Jeremiah Alexander is. And he's somebody that I easily can see leaves for the draft. Somebody easily they're going to come in. You know what I'm saying? Fill in and get some good snaps. He easily somebody that can do it. He easily. Will Anderson, we all know what he going to do. You know what I'm saying? Kendra Blackshear. Oh, my God. I remember seeing a picture of Kendra Blackshear his junior year in high school. This man was built like a junior in college already. That man look like he ready to go to pro right now. That's how his bodies are built. So I want to on the field more at linebacker position. I want to see him more on the special teams. Like he plays special team, but I want to start seeing him make big hits on the special team, because we all know before Reuben Foster got on the field as a linebacker, what was he doing? Going down the field, making big hits. And Mac Wilson, before he got on the field as a linebacker, he did the same thing. Get on the field, I remember Mac Wilson, we played Texas A&M, and I think the dude, I can't remember the dude's name. It might have been Speedy Noah, I don't know, but I can't remember. But Matt Wilson on kickoff return, he went down there and knocked somebody's tooth out their mouth. Look, anytime you get your tooth knocked out of your mouth in football, you need to give up football, okay? Cause you knocked my teeth out my mouth for football, I quit. I'm done. I'm focusing on my major from here on out, cold pads. But I want to see Kendra flat shot, get down the field on special teams and make big. Chris Braswell, we have been seeing him getting in the game, playing, and let's go back to the coaching. The coaching, when you drop your best edge rushers back in the coverage, you losing the battle already. Chris Braswell can't be dropping back. Anderson can't be dropping back in the coverage. Dallas Turner, they can't drop back in the coverage. Why do you have them on the field if your main purpose is not there? Get them after the quarterback. On the field, their only drive should be get the quarterback. Get the quarterback. Stop the run if he runs by you. Come on, man. Jahad Campbell. If you're an Alabama fan, keep up recruiting. You know what Jahad Campbell does. He's the beast. Ian Jackson. Now that's somebody that I think they can really do. Ian Jackson, if he gets out there and get his chance, DeMore Kennedy, he was highly recruited, highly recruited. I don't know what's going on. He's not seeing the field right now, but whatever. But I remember he made that play against Tennessee when he touched the ball, that special team play, touched the ball, and Tennessee get the ball back. So I don't know. Keanu Coat, whatever his name. He's somebody that I think he came out of IMG Academy. I don't know where he came from, but he a big time player that let's start working him in. Deontay Lawson, he's been getting worked in playing. I want to see more of him. Jalen Moody, happy to see him get his shine time up, his playing time up this year. Sean Murphy. Now, this dude, I think, going to be very special. Mike, a lot of these kids have the potential to be special. A lot of these freshmen that I named off, anyways. Quindarius, he was somebody that came in with a big name that I thought would have did something like, but I don't know what's going on with him. Some people develop late, and I understand that. And Henry Toa, I'm over him. Ian Jackson, somebody can get his position now, honestly. I'm over Henry Toa. We all know what he gonna do. What you said? He needs some milk. Who you referring to? That when that dude got his tooth knocked out of his mouth? Exactly. He needs some milk bad, bro. Cause dude, like I said, you get your teeth knocked out of your mouth, football, it's over with me. But Dallas Turner, he's somebody that I'm expecting to step up from here on out and come into the next season and be a leader. Now, the last fighting positions, the DBs. And DBs, that's cornerbacks, safeties, the star position or whatever. But I want to see Terrion on. He started the season. He was recruited. He started the season as a cornerback. My thoughts on Terrion Arnold, the kid is good. He was young. He still had a lot to learn. But I want to see Terrion Arnold. I want to see him go back to the safety position. I want to see him play snaps at his natural position in the safety. Like, we recruit players and we cross-train. It's always good to cross-train players, but I want to recruit players and keep them true to their position because, you play safety, then you try to make the change of quarterback. You got to learn different techniques and all that. You know what I'm saying? So let them stay at their natural position where it's more natural to learn and adapt. And before I move on with this list, do you think that we complicate our defense too much where the players don't pick it up as fast, but I'm learning it? Because what I'm saying is, I feel like if we simplify our defense, it'll allow players to go out there and play faster, play better, and play at their natural talents. You know what I'm saying? Versus, having to learn so much and complicate, get out there on the field, you still kind of unsure because the coaches are not putting you in the best situation. So you're out there, you're playing, but you're thinking. You're not playing instinctive football because you're thinking of what you got to do instead of simplifying the defense and let them play instinctive football. Because I know some players are just not ballers when it comes to practice, but they're balling to play football. I know as a coach, you want to see players ball in practice, but some players are just football players. Some players are going to make football players regardless of whatever you call it. And some of these players, not saying all, but some players, you got to let them just go play football because they've been doing it all their life. They're going to make the football play. They're just football players. But with some of these players, I feel that's what we got to do. Just got to simplify the defense and let them go play football. We got Jordan Battle. Moving on. Jordan Battle, he hurt my feelings this year. I thought we was going to see a whole lot more from Jordan Battle. I thought he was going to be the man this year, but Jordan Battle just been a player. Brian Bench. Hey, I like Brian Bench a lot. I like Brian. He's actually been playing good football against LSU. He played good. Been playing good football. I like Brian Branch. He's just young. Hey, anybody in the comments, do y'all think Brian Branch goes to the draft this year? Or does he return for his senior season? Cohen Fagans, that's somebody that was highly recruited. DeMarco Hellums, we need to find a better way to use the market at this point in the season. Hey, I want to see somebody else step up and make the play. Kyrie Jackson, he was somebody that I was big on coming from JUCO, but I think after the Texas game, he lost his spot or whatever. He lost his spot after the Texas game. He lost his spot after this game, man. He can make big hits, but he's somebody that can he play safety? He's a long, lengthy body. He can make the big hits. I wonder, can he play? Antonio Kite, he was somebody that was really good. Earl Little Jr. Earl Little Jr. is a player that I hope we can get him on the field sometime soon because I seen some on somebody else's channel. Then after I seen on his channel, I started looking up his name, and they haven't said anything yet, but I know at the time, I don't know how true it was, how true the story was, but he was frightened as what I'm saying. Like what I was saying, he was frightened with the transfer portal, and he's somebody that I think they can be critical to this Bama defense moving forward, man. Earl Jr., he's highly recruited. Dad played pro football, whatever. So he has the genes, he has the makeup, he has the DNA to be a great player. Kool-Aid McChristy, hey, playing lights out football. Malachi Moore, I want to see Malachi Moore get back to what he was as a freshman. He's one of them players that feel like you just got to let him play and let him make the football. But I think he had injury. After that injury his sophomore year, it slowed him down. We haven't seen the same Malachi Moore since. So I don't know what's going on in that, but I wonder, can he play safety? I want to see him play more safety role. Now, this is a name that I don't know how many people are familiar with, but Jake Pope. I think he was a 3-star recruit. I can't remember where he came from, but I remember Jake Pope. Now, he's somebody that I feel like we can coach him up. We can develop him. That's what we need to get back to with all of our players, being able to coach them up and develop them like we used to do in the past. But Jake Pope he's a guy. I don't think he's the fastest guy, but I think if you coach him up and develop him, he can be somebody's like, remember Venison Sari? Coach Salson Sari's son? Jake Pope can be that type of player. Me personally. And was a good player, man. He was a real good player. He was a really good player. Eli Ricks. Why did it take a loss from Tennessee? Why did it take us to lose Tennessee to put Eli Ricks in the game? That's what made me question the coaches, because we got somebody over there getting smoked, but we got probably one of the best cornerbacks in college football on the bench, and it takes us to lose a game to get him on the field. I don't understand that culture, man. Like I said, do we make things? Do we complicate it too much that it enables our players to make? Like, some of these dudes are football players. Like, in some positions, like, regardless of the scheme, really the position doesn't change that much, There's just god awful truth. You put him out there and man, let him play man. It's the same daggone thing. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta simplify that defense and let our athletes be able to be athletes and make plays. They're just honest truth. And Jacquizz Robinson, we see him on the field. And when we see him, it was against Mississippi State. They scored their final touchdown. And we see DeMarco Hellams all over his head about, I guess he wasn't in the assignment. I understand that. I wish we would have had that intensity before we lost to get on the players like that. But in his defense, he's unsure because the lack of playing time. You got to get these kids out there on the field, get them familiar with what they need to do. So I think that's why it was a last-minute touchdown. They only scored 6, but it was the last-minute touchdown is what happened. And like I said, we got to keep that same intensity up, but I want to see Terrion Arnold play safety more. I want to see Malachi Moore get back out there, make plays. Earl Little Jr., we need to get him on the field before even. And I want to see what Devontae Smith and Christian Story. Now, Christian Story, I really want to see him because if you go back to spring game, Christian Story, he always makes a play in the spring game. He always where the ball needs to be. He doing it. This is just spring game. He gets the interception. He always in the right spot at the right time. And Devontae Smith, he was somebody that he came in as a 3-star, but he's somebody that I think if we can get him on the field, roll out, you know what I'm saying, keep developing him, keep teaching him, I think that he's a 3-star player that can actually step out and do some big things. So right then, I just went over, our current roster and said, some of the players that I would like to see step up and get more playing time. Our Pete Golden is a schematic analyst playing the wrong truth rather than be the beacon of intensity like Munchak. That's right, and prove it. He drawing up plays. Yep, that's right. You so right. I understand that, and I think Pete Golden, honestly, in my opinion, bro, I think Pete Golden, he will eventually be better, but it comes with age, and it comes with age and time. And right now, it's not his time. He needs somebody like a Pruitt. He needs somebody up under him. He needs somebody over him to guide him more. Instead of just throw it out in the road. He needs a co-defensive coordinator. Matter of fact, he needs a defensive coordinator, and I think we need to make him the co-defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Go Ryan, whoever. We need a defense guru to come in, and he needs to be the co-defensive coordinator to him. And before I move on to the breakdown, this is another thing I thought. Even with these coaches, I want to see like Bill O'Brien. I want to see somebody be a co-offensive coordinator. I want to see Joe Cox. I don't know if he's a good play caller. I just know he's a young dude. He played quarterback for Georgia. He's a young mind. I want to see what his mind is at with play calling. I want to see him be able to help out with play calling, call some plays to see what he would drop up, see what he would do, just to see what we got at this point in the season. I ain't saying no dramatic changes because I still want us to finish strong, like I said, but I want to see what some of these other do on play calling. I want to see call it defense. Can Freddie Roach call defense? Whoever on the defensive side of the ball, can they call a good defense to help Pete Golden out? See, I would like to see that a lot, man. I just want to see something different from here on out. More of all, I want to see intensity, bro. I want to see them play for the reputation of Alabama. Play for the dudes in the past that built this Alabama game for them. You know what I'm saying? Built this Alabama standard for them. Like they need from this point out, they need to be able to build it for somebody else because it was built for them, and they need to hold their reputation. Let people know that their last name on the back of their jersey means something, and the Alabama that's on the front of their jersey means something. Because as fans and ex players, man, we love this Bama. We love Alabama, bro, and we hate it. And the way we feel right now because we used to a certain standard, man. Even back in the days where Alabama wasn't winning it like that, those players still brought intensity to the game, man. They still played like their life depended on it. They still played like they was hungry. Even though they wouldn't even win all the time. You know what I'm saying? Those players still played with played for something, man. He will be better with time. Yes. Like you said, right now isn't Pete's time. That's right. Saban's decision this offseason will be and I understand why he's holding Pete Golden on because Kirby Smart was around him for a long time. A long time. He was with him with LSU to the Miami Dolphins, back to Alabama. And I'm thinking Saban is actually thinking that if I can get Pete Golden to click up under my another Saban, I can find another Kirby. I think that's what he's trying to do so bad, And plus, he recruits well, but we need somebody that knows the defense well. And like I said, like you just said, I think he would be good, but just right now isn't his time. But moving forward on to the show, man. It's like a little breakdown, just based some thoughts. Just based some thoughts, a little preview or whatever. Just how in the game. That's how I calm down, watch the game more from both sides, Ole Miss point and Alabama. This is what I came up with. So Alabama is favored by 12 points going into Ole Miss. Saban versus Kiffin. Everybody been talking about Alabama been saying the dynasty is over. And a lot more. So it's very important that Alabama needs to on the process. We focus on the process and let's get this job done. And finish this season strong. Create value for themselves. Now for Ole Miss, coming off a bye week, coming and listen to Lane Kiffin in the press conference, he's not going to take this game lightly. He still see Alabama as if they were ranked in the country. So Kiffin still has a lot of respect for this Alabama team. He has a lot of respect. And to be honest, I'm going to say we all should look at Alabama the same because Bama has lost 2 games by 2 plays. One on the road in very hostile environments in Death Valley. Came down to a 2-point conversion. And at Neyland Stadium, goal made by Tennessee and a missed field goal by Bama. And if those 2 plays goes Alabama way, they are undefeated and probably the number 1 team in the country. So after all that, I kind of hope we can, view how we start looking at this game. Let's try to look at this game a whole lot different. So I'm going to give credit to Lane Kiffin too, because like I said, he sees this Alabama team as the same Alabama team. He still think of us as we're the number 1 team in the country, undefeated. So I'm gonna give him respect because I feel like this week he has getting his team prepared with the mindset to know what kind of challenges is in front of them. So I give him credit for. I'm going to give him credit for that. So some of my key points are Not saying it right. I'm not a pro at this. I want to think I am, but I'm nowhere near a pro. But they're just and Bryce Young and the receivers get on the same page because we've been seeing what was going on after the last game. We seen they were not in sync with each other. They were not on the same page at all. And I'm gonna say Bryce Young, he has some as far as Isaiah Bond, Brooks, Prentice. He has some talent on there, but at times They don't seem like they on the right. Last week, they were 49% in terms of completion. 49%. 49%. The reason why I say they, because I can't put it all on Bryce. It's a combination of wide receivers and Bryce. I'm going to say 25 of 51. 25 for 51 last game. That is not acceptable. That's not going to get it done. And I guarantee you, Bryce Young will tell you the same thing. 25 for 51 is not the standard. But can they get on the same page? Because if they can, the whole team is going to be on fire. The whole team will be on fire. If they can throw the ball, and guess what? If they can throw the ball, the run game is going to be a whole lot better. And if they can do both, if Alabama can throw the ball and run the ball, expect Alabama to score a lot of points. Expect them to score a lot of points. So if that happens, that applies pressure on Ole Miss. Ole Miss. And I'm saying that because Ole Miss, they like to run the ball. So Alabama end up getting up 21, 24 points before the half, or by half, first quarter, whatever. Does Ole Miss need to put the ball? Not saying that Ole Miss can't put the ball in the air, but I guarantee in the game against Alabama, that is not Ole Miss game plan this week. That is not Ole Miss game plan this week. That is not Ole Miss game plan. Going here, throwing the ball. If they can't put the ball in the air, if they can't make Ole Miss confused, asking that stuff questions like, why isn't this working? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Why can't we get the quick game going? What's going on? So that puts the pressure on Ole Miss. If Alabama can do both, it up, and Ole Miss end up Alabama getting up in the game like early, like 20, 24 points or something, put the pressure on Ole Miss to make them have all in the air. Going out the game plan. But if it's not scoring points, but if Bryce Young, if he's not scoring points, if they're not on the same page, and the Alabama offense goes 3 and out, having drives as a field goal, Ole Miss has a chance to get back on track. And I'm saying that because we're seeing against LSU. LSU scored 17 points in the second half. LSU made adjustments and found out what works for them. If Ole Miss is down 21 points in the first quarter or the first game, the pressure is on Ole Miss because now they will be desperate for points. And then your offense will start doing things comfortable with, and then that's how mistakes happen. And if that happens, that's when we will see the tide start. If Ole Miss start doing things that, as far as passing the ball through the air, because when Jackson Dart at a lot of, it's usually not, this year is not the best thing for Ole Miss. So if Bryce can get on the same page with the receivers, be a key for the game. My other key point was Ole Miss get in the run game 65% of the time. They should, because they have some balls at the run game. Sean Jenkins, that boy from Alabama, that boy a 1,000-yard receiver already. They got Zach Evans. We all know what Zach Evans was. Highly recruited out of high school. I think number one running back coming out of high school. Dude's good. And Jackson Dart, he even contributes to the run game. Ole Miss is averaging 271 yards on the ground. Ole Miss O-line would need to have a big game against Bama. The key number Ole Miss is, I'm going to say 4 or 5 yards per carry. Ole Miss is averaging 5 yards a carry on the year, and that is Same thing LSU had against Alabama per carry. So if they are able to get that, they can control Alabama's defense with tempo, slowing it down. They can dictate the defense they want, whatever they want to do. And most likely, if this happening, Ole Miss, and that puts pressure back on Alabama. That puts the pressure on Alabama. That puts the pressure right back on Alabama. I got a comment up here. I got to see what it says. So I think it's a good one. I have a feeling that Kiffin will run the ball on toe down, throat. Lane knows that dude, toe is the weak spot in Alabama. You know what, 6-0? I can't even agree with you. I agree with you so much on that, bro. Kiffin knows. And one thing about it, if Kiffin gets that run game going on our defense, oh my God, expect to be a lights out game from Ole Miss, because we all know Lane Kiffin draw up. He knows Mr. He knows how to create a mismatch to get a wide receiver wide open downfield. So if they get their run game open, that is going to be dangerous for our offense. That is going to be dangerous for our defense. So our key thing is we are going to have to stop the run. That's my next thing. If Ole Miss can't run the ball, do they find another way to get something going on the field as far as RPO game? Get the ball on the perimeter, get a quick game going. If Ole Miss cannot run the ball, they are going to have to find a way to get their athletes on the field. They are going to have the athletes on the field. Hey, they're one of my favorite people right here. Beer Can Baddest. What's going on, Beer Can Baddest? Will y'all huddle like Kiffin and Ole? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what type of player. Like, I don't know what their mindset is. What I'm saying. I don't know what Beer Bad. I can't even take on that, man. So if Ole Miss can't run the ball, yeah, it will be entertaining, brother. I will. This gonna determine a lot. And I'm gonna ask y'all in the comments, if we were to lose this game, do we start seeing immediate change as far as coaching staff and everything? Because most likely, I don't see the change coming now. I see it coming at the end of the season. But if we were to lose this game, do y'all think a change will come after this game? If we were to lose. So if Ole Miss can't run the ball, can they get something else going besides the run game and the RPO, getting the ball on the perimeter to the athletes, let them make plays in space, quick game, or whatever they got to do? Can they get that done? They can't run the ball. My final thoughts. Who sets the move for Alabama? I think it should be Gibbs. I think Gibbs will set the move for Alabama because he's going to need the ball in his hand. He is probably the best player, like I said earlier. He's probably the best player on the field besides Bryce. He needs 20-plus carries. 20-plus carries. 5 catches. 20-plus carries. If he get 20-plus carries, I say he easily gets it. We cannot go away from it. We cannot go away from it at all. The trust his running back is this game. The establish a run game. He has to trust the offensive line. Even if it's not working away, he's going to have to trust. If you lose, Lord Saban needs to. No, bro. Yeah, I agree. If we lose, we need to get rid of these coordinators like real fast and start making adjustments now. I agree. But Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have to be the player to set the mood for early. We're going to have to get ball. We're going to have to let him run the ball. He needs 20-plus carries. 20-plus carries. least 5 catches. We're going to have to get him matched up on linebackers. And I feel like this is a game we can run the ball because I feel like that is one of Ole Miss weak points, the run stopping game. So we can make something happen. I feel like we can in the run game. And I believe that that will be the way that Alabama controls the game against Ole Miss. Get Gibbs going in the ring, get him matched up on linebackers, find him out in the open middle of the field, and be Gibbs. We gotta let him be. We gotta let him person he is. But my score predictions. Real quick in the chat, see score predictions. I want to see score predictions on who y'all got to win. Score predictions. My score prediction right now: 38 Alabama, 24 Ole Miss. I think that Alabama will roll. I'm hoping that we can find some type of chemistry. I hope after seeing all these players make statements and stuff saying the season is not over, hopefully they can come play with pride, create value for themselves, and let's finish the season strong. But mine is 38-24 Alabama. I got Alabama rolling Ole Miss. Roll Tide. So let me see some of y'all score predictions before I head out, man. I want to see some score predictions. Big Cans, y'all get in the playoffs and keep that natty at home. Facts. I agree, DeMarco. Big Cans, hey, Georgia, y'all stay focused. Hey, y'all keep that thing, man. Keep the thing in the SEC. Because when we come back, we don't need to go far away and be getting our trophy back. So, real talk, though. Hey, y'all keep it going, man. Keep it going. Score predictions. Please score predictions. The Marco Bulls, yeah, man, we got to show Ohio State what's up. I don't even think Ohio State, they still talking crap about the SEC. I don't know why. I don't know why. Michigan, actually, can get beat them. Arkansas is playing lights out, man. Arkansas, good job. Score predictions. If y'all got a score prediction, y'all hit me up. I want at least 3%. 41-21 Bama. William Bryan, I got you on that. 41-21. I like that. I got 38-24. Junior, huge facts, so we don't have to go far. Facts. Marco, what is your score? If you're weak and not down with playing or being on the Crimson Tide, the if off my Bama 34-21. Hey, I like that. And I agree with that, Stephen Hicks. I agree with that. If y'all ain't down for playing with pride, finishing the season strong, hey, there go, man. This is the perfect time to go. I got one more question. I want score predictions. And who do y'all seeing possibly hitting the transfer portal after the season? I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit more. I want score predictions. And who do y'all think will possibly hit the transfer portal? Because I honestly think a lot of people could, man. I don't want Christian Leary to go, but from what I heard from his mom on the T-Day chat, she said he is a patient kid, so that's what I'm hoping. That's for me the number one, first number for Bama being 4 and Ole Miss number being 2. Okay. Y'all, let's go. I'm about to end it. Can't even 2 minutes. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Wolf, man. It do be hard thinking about these score predictions, man. It do be hard about these score predictions, bro. Because can we go out and have a game where we under penalties? Can we have this type of game? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so many questions that come into this game. So many questions. What type of momentum? What type of mentality are they coming in? It's so many questions that have about Bama team, but I'm just a diehard Bama fan that no matter what happens, I just still hope. I still hope. Like they get bad next 1 week and next week, I still have faith they'll do me better. We go Cam because we don't know which Alabama team is going to show up. But I will say Alabama wins. And I agree with that. They already came up with this score prediction because after I called them being so mad, I watched both teams and I came up with 38. Jones Bell probably for his sake, yep. Hold him. Lears needs to stay for coaches. Yep. Bryant. Holman Wiggins. For coaches. Give Bill O'Brien. Okay. But yeah, Thayou Jones. Honestly, I'm surprised to see Thayou Jones Bell stick around as long stick around as long as he did, man. I really thought that early in the season I would have heard his name in the transfer portal. But I kind of like to see players stick it out to the end, make a decision at the end of the year on what they want to do. I hope he and me too, man. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all, before I start doing the podcast stuff, I was saying midway doing last season, that Bill O'Brien cannot create plays in the moment. I noticed that mid last season, it's just we had Jameson Williams and John Mechie to put the blanket over Bill O'Brien's flaws. But you seen in the national championship, when Mechie went down in the SEC championship, then Jameson Williams ended up going down the national championship. Bill O'Brien's flaws showed in because we was hanging in there, but we got to a point of the game where we was giving the ball to Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson was running the ball good. Why did we stop running the ball with Brian Robinson? We could have been running the ball with Brian Robinson wearing Georgia's defense down, but no, we just like this year, we go away from the run when it works and start going to other stuff. Now we're throwing in wide receivers that hasn't been getting playing time. Ajayi Hall, balls hit him dead in the hand. He dropping them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bill O'Brien showed me his flaws last season. I seen his flaws last season. Yeah, I feel we can win, but Bama team, I don't get my hopes up too high. Just because, and it's like that because we have that lack of intent, man. That's why we all feel like that. It's not that we don't believe in the Bama team. It's just the fact we don't believe in the players. The players are not trusting the process. The players have all. I feel like they have personal goals. They're all out there for self instead of getting that. That's what I see from Georgia. Georgia are focusing on the process. They're respecting their process, trusting the process. They have coaches to get them developed, coaching them up consistently. If they make a mistake, they're right behind right then what they did wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they coach them hard, but in the end, they gonna appreciate them giving it all they're giving it all they got. They're playing team ball and they trusting the process, bro. Y'all, that was my thoughts on the game. 38-24. That's my score prediction. I thank each and every last one of you for tuning. I'm about to end this. I know I went over today or whatever, but it's all good. I appreciate y'all for sticking in. I'm about to go watch some football. God's green earth wood. You changed something that's working. Thank you. Think about. I said I was about to leave, but man, good points coming up. Think about LSU drive we had in the interception, but that was the best drive far as balance wise. We were passing, we was running, passing and running. It ends in interception. Guess what? We don't see none of it. We had drives where we passed the ball 3 straight downs and punt. It was a drive. It was a drive that game, DeMarco. I think we had 44 on the possession. We had 4 possession. That is crazy. That is not Alabama football. That is not a drive where we don't even pass the ball, and we're not even in a position that we gotta pass the ball because we're losing. That is not Alabama offense. We had anxiety. What the is that, man? I feel you, bro. Like when I heard them say anxiety, I was like, hold on, what is anxiety? I mean, I know what anxiety is, but we talk about football. I understand butterflies, but when I play, I had butterflies, but errors. I don't care if it's hard hit after the first contact, that anxiety goes away. That butterflies goes away for me. Like seriously. And I played center. Mostly my whole time. I played some tackle and I played some guard. Middle school, I played defensive tackle. But anxiety? Man, I never had no anxiety about no football, bro. I never had anxiety about football. But like I said, y'all, I'm about to wrap the show up. I'm about to go in the house. Hey, watch some good football this Saturday, you know. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Tune in for me next Saturday. Hey, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. I'm not doing versus Austin next week. I'm actually going to do Texas versus Kansas. Because this year, Kansas is a very exciting team to me. And I've been watching Kansas ever since Les Miles got there because my first cousin, he's actually the running back coach for Kansas. So I've been keeping an eye on Kansas, and Kansas has been playing some impressive football this year for Kansas Jayhawks. A basketball team, they've been playing some good football this year. So next week I'm gonna have a Texas fan on. He's gonna talk Texas football or whatever, and I'm actually gonna do Kansas versus Texas next week. Let's go. I'm gonna read some more of these comments, man. Like conspiracy theory thought. Is Nick Saban trying to throw the season away and just look at the both games and really think about it? Hey man, you know what, bro? I can't even say Nick Saban Jr. Roll Tide, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in all the time every Saturday too, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me right now that y'all do tune in. My man Joey just texted me what he said. If you're Arkansas team, LSU, you would big hug from Spencer. Oh, they crazy right there. TCU, Texas beat TCU. Hey, we're gonna see. Matter of fact, the Texas fan that I have coming up, when I brought it to him months ago, like a month ago. I said, hey, I want to cover the Texas and Kansas game. He asked me, is Kansas going to be relevant? And Kansas is relevant for their conference right now. Like for even for what they're doing, they're relevant for Kansas. So loses or wins this game, I'm gonna ask him this. Remember, you asked me, is Kansas gonna be relevant? I'm expecting today. I hope so. I know there's a team you can't bet on, but I'm expecting Kansas to win. But next week, tune in next week. If y'all interested, I'm doing Texas and Kansas. Texas versus Kansas. I'm gonna have a take on. So thank y'all for tuning in for the last and final time. Special Teams Podcast. This is so like, comment, subscribe. If you're not watching live, leave some in the comments. Let me know something. Share with all y'all people. Share with everybody if y'all don't mind. That'll help me out a lot. Make sure y'all hit the like button and This has been another episode of the Special Teams Podcast. Peace out and roll tide.